Alright, welcome back everybody, my name is Kenton Barks, and we are continuing with more Sword Art Online Fatal Bullet. So let's continue with the story of Kiryu. Because, hey, he has a job to do. But we are continuing with more of the story of Sword Art Online. So let's get back to the betrayal of comrades. Alright. And we'll go back to the Demon Cave depths. And hopefully, just hopefully, we will dismantle the Hawkeye Bros. Yeah, easy mode for the win. Good, 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 good. Yeah. And since I'm playing more of this game, I felt like it was time for me to reveal to you that there's just one more day before Echoes of Aincrad fully drops. Alright. And that's okay. Yeah, gotta take down both Hakai Cyan and Hakai Crimson. Because that's their names. Ah, pull away. Yeah, on the higher difficulties, these guys are way tough. One down. Now it all ends. Sweet. And we get an unappraised hand cannon for our reward. All right, so let's reach the innermost area. We're here. That Kiryu copy should be around here somewhere. Doesn't feel like it, though. Don't worry, I'm sure in the right area. If we just wait a little longer, it'll show up, for sure. You sound confident. I need you guys. It'll come, I'm sure. Oh, I just remembered. We never shook hands, did we? Can we do that now, Kiryu? Wait, hold off on that. What's wrong, Kureha? Hey, Lievre? You know more than you're letting on, don't you? Huh? What you said earlier about that Kiryu copy's photon sword has been bothering me. We met you right after we fought the Kiryu imposter and its sword broke. You've been with us ever since then, and it doesn't look like you've been getting information from anywhere during that time. So there shouldn't have been any way you could know that Kiryu's copy can't use its photon sword. That's not... I've been secretly gathering intelligence this whole time. I can do at least that much as one of the Flugel's Arphasis units. Okay, I'll play along. Let's assume for the sake of argument that's true. There's still something that feels off. Lievre, just what exactly is this so-called intelligence network of yours? You really expect us to believe that right after our fight with that copy, there just happened to be someone who fought it up close, realized its photon sword was broken, and passed that information on to you? That's an awfully convenient coincidence, if you ask me. Kureha? Sorry, Ray. It's not like I'm trying to bully Lievre or anything. I just want to tell it to tell us if it knows more than it's letting on. Oh, well, you see... If there's something going on, Lievre, we'd be happy to help you out, but you have to come clean first. Ugh. I give up. You're making us way more trouble than it's worth. I wanted to get my hands on the data of that idiot Arphasis unit's master, but I was too eager to lure you guys here and ended up blowing my cover big time. What? Oh. Getting a sort of magical girl transformation here. And there she is. Phew. It feels good to get that off my chest.
It's so humiliating as an advanced Flugel Arphasis unit to have to keep imitating such a stupid, older model like that. Huh? What's going on here? The only thing that dumb Arphasis has ever been good at is its knack for surrounding itself with strong players. Even if it's turned out to be a wash, I still got plenty out of it.
Just, who are you?
I told you, my name's Lievre. All I've done is take off the facade. Now, tell me, Type X, don't you think having a master these days is outdated? Outdated? I know you're stupid, but you hurt me. I'm a Type Z Arphasis, a new model with superior rights and capabilities. Hey, what did you mean when you mentioned its master's data? I don't think explaining it with words alone is going to be enough for you. But just this once, I guess I can show you. There's a huge influx of data being uploaded into me.
This is like when I first met my Arphasis.
Exactly. As I've been meeting you and your friends, I've been amassing their data and using it to update other Arphasis units. Remember how insistent I was about shaking your hand? How handshakes are just so important when introducing yourself. You all have been too kind in indulging me on that one, without even realizing that's how I read your player data. Huh? What's the matter, you guide? That was a real side splitter. So what's your goal here? There we go. Finally, a decent question. My goal? It's simple. I want to destroy the SBC Glocken. It's something that all of the Arphasis units, no, all of the residents of the Flugel have long wished for. Unfortunately, while I was asleep, it would appear that not only this Type X here, but even the Flugel's mainframe forgot our mission. Welcome back, you two. Were you able to find a new weapon by any chance?
Uh-oh.
Huh? It's Kirito and Asuna! Wait, no, it's their imposters!
Lievre, you should go on ahead once you're done updating this Arphasis.
You still have other Arphasis units to wake up, right? We can take it from here. Man, these two are really advanced. They've helped me in more ways than I can count. Their reaction speeds, their ability to think under pressure in combat, they far exceed what any ordinary player is capable of. It's almost unreal. From what I've observed, there's only one other who's at their level, and that would be you, Kiryu. The fact that I never managed to copy your abilities is a real shame. So you're the one who's behind all the player imposters. Yes, but as a test, I initially created the copies using past player data. Speaking of which, how'd you like your copy, Kureha? You used to be so timid and innocent. It was quite cute.
I doubt copies will be enough to take down Glocken.
The mass production of enemy Arphasis units is just one step in my plan. It'd be a waste of resources to try and destroy the city head-on. Now, what I seek to do is fundamentally dismantle the one thing that props up the Glocken as a central hub. If I can do that, it'll fall apart on its own.
Are you talking about the combat-free zone?
Bingo! Right again. I knew you'd catch on. It's true I plan to destroy the technology that makes the Glocken a combat-free zone. What? That's absurd! The moment people catch on, they'll put a stop to it immediately. I wouldn't be so sure about that. It's a much harder thing to stop than you realize. To protect all those devices, you not only have to act quickly, tracking them down, you'd also have to amass a group of large enough to keep them all secure. That's a tall order. It'll require a lot of close coordination to pull off. How many players do you think there are in GGO with that kind of experience? It's a dog-eat-dog world. People are constantly fighting each other over guns and resources. Do you have any idea just how many people would jump at the chance to shoot the city up? It's a lot more than you might think. Oh, and would you look at that? The update's complete. Be seeing you, everyone. Wait, I'm not done with you!
Go on, Livre. Get out of here.
Good luck out there. Thanks, guys.
You heard Livre. I hate to do this, but we can't let you disrupt our plans.
Oh, we'll gladly fight you, and this time we'll win.
Delta Squad forming up. Eliminate the replicas! Asuna replica eliminated. That's it for the Kiryu replica.
I guess it's the end of the road for us. We won! We really won, Kiryu! They may not be the real deal, but we still beat Kirito and Asuna. Anyway, we can't sit around celebrating. We've got to hurry and find Lievre before it's too late. Wait.
Hate to break it to you, but it's already too late.
Our plan's in motion, and Livre's begun activating the other Arphasis units. We just beat Kirito and Asuna for real. I'm sure we'll be fine.
I wouldn't be so sure about that.
What's that supposed to mean? It's possible Lievre could have something else planned. I seriously doubt this copy's just being a poor loser here. Then what are we going to do? Should we go after Lievre? I want to, but we don't have any clues about where Lievre may have gone. And we just don't have the time to run around looking for it. Lievre. If Lievre is like any other Arphasis, it should have a master. Lievre isn't some Type Z. It has a name of its own. An Arphasis can only receive its name from the one it recognizes as its master.
Could Lievre's master be controlling it?
It's hard for me to believe Lievre's master wouldn't be involved. Remember, we Arphasis units are support AIs, meant to serve our masters first and foremost. We always act in our master's interests, no matter what. Yeah, but it's crazy to think someone would make their own Arphasis unit destroy the Glocken. Everyone, I have bad news! Yui, what is it? Enemy Arphasis units are appearing in huge numbers in the fields, and they're much stronger than before. Not only that, but they're blocking some players from exiting into the fields. This must be Lievre's doing, huh, Master? Ray.
We'll protect Glocken.
Master, that's right. We have to protect the Glocken and stop Lievre. Kiryu, Ray, let's get back to the Glocken for now. We'll meet up with the others and go from there. Right. Okay.
All right. Sweet. Find out what happens as the story continues in the next episode, Collapse of Balance. All right. But before we do the Collapse of Balance, I think it's time we talked with Akihiko. Good. Save our game. And we will now be doing the final chapter in the Lievre story. The Collapse of Balance. In their pursuit of the Arphasis units made to look like GGO players, the team discovered the root of the problem, a new Arphasis model named Lievre, who's intent on destroying the SBC Glocken by ridding it of a non-combat zones. It is up to our heroes to protect GGO from this threat. Alright. How long has it been?
Since I awoke from my slumber and met my beloved master. I used to be all alone. The Glocken had taken everything away from me. I try not to think what would have happened if we hadn't met Master. You found me and gave me recognition and a place in this world. It's because of you that I'm still standing here today. My powers are special. With them, I can do just about anything. Even destroy the SBC Glocken. Isn't that right, Master?
Uh-oh.
I hope once I fulfill my mission, you'll be happy.
Oh, hell.
Because I want to do whatever I can to be more special for you.
Oh, hell. Oh, hell.
Kiryu, we've got to hurry. We need to get back to the Glocken and meet up with the others. Yeah.
Crisis strikes GGO. Oh boy. And just like that, we are thrust into the action. All right. Okay. I'm so glad to see you're okay. The Glocken's in trouble. You've probably already heard from Yui, but enemy Arphasis units are descending upon the city in huge numbers. Until we get rid of them, no one's going to be able to move around freely. I guess Lievre really is serious about trying to destroy the Glocken, huh? Lievre? Wait, the Arphasis unit is behind all of this?
It is. You see that Arphasis is...
Hold on. Someone's coming this way. Is that Yamikaze's imposter? Whatever the case, he doesn't seem to be in the mood to talk.
Looks that way. We'll ask him what's going on after we beat him. Wait, I see another player.
Oh, and... It's Alice! And it's Yu-Gi-Oh! Alright! The cavalry is here.
Huh? Is that you, Kirito? What in the world are you doing here?
Yu-Gi-Oh! Alice! What's going on? I thought you went back to your own world.
Are these friends of yours?
Yeah. We have a bit of a history together.
Kirito, watch out for the enemy!
Right. I'll explain everything later. Right now we need to beat that guy. We'll back you up, Kirito. Thanks. I appreciate it.
How are we supposed to even fight?
Huh? Oh, you're right. We don't have our swords anymore. Don't tell me you guys weren't able to go back after all and just wandered into this place.
And does that make the new players who just converted over? Because if that's the case, they probably shouldn't fight after all.
Yeah. Looks like we'll have to take care of the enemy ourselves, Kiryu. All right. So much for the replicas!
Ah! So that's how you use those weapons. It seems rather different from how one fights with a sword. So you two came from a game with a lot of sword fighting?
They did. I never thought I'd bump into GGO of all places, though.
Believe me, we are just as surprised as you. We were so certain we would be able to make it back to our world. Yet here we are. Yeah, but it could have been a lot worse. At least we were able to find Kirito. Is this one of those things I've heard people call a heartwarming reunion?
They seem to get along well.
Still, there's something weird about all this. Did they seriously convert over without realizing GGO's a gunfighting game? Thank goodness you're all okay. I appreciate you coming, Kirito.
Yeah, I'm glad you're not hurt, Kiryu. Huh? Who are those two over there, though? Well, they're my friends. They just converted over, as a matter of fact.
Oh my, they're both just as cute as you, Kirito.
Cute? It's nice to meet you. I'm Yujiro, one of Kirito's friends.
And I am Alice. Alice, Synthesis 30. From what I can tell, it would appear we are in a battlefield of some sort. Is there anything we can do to assist?
Wow, I'm surprised. You two look pretty serious. But you're not wrong. We really are in the middle of a full-blown battle. As usual, things have been a little crazy around here. A ton of high-level Arphasis units have been popping up. It's gotten so bad that only the strongest players have a shot at getting out of town.
I think things are more than just a little crazy. It's all because of an Arphasis named Lievre. Lievre? What are you talking about? Well, it's like this.
All right. But fortunately, we've managed to make it to the Glocken in time.
And I think that pretty much covers what the Arphasis Type Z, what Lievre's planning.
So that Bray lookalike has been plotting to destroy the SBC Glocken all along.
It makes sense. If you take out the combat-free zone, the Glocken will likely stop functioning as a central hub.
I'm not sure I follow.
Is that what this Lievre means when it says it wants to destroy the city? I think destroying the city in this instance means making it no longer a safe zone anymore. It would mean the entire world would be one giant battlefield. That's terrible.
Kirito, isn't there anything else I can do to help here? Let me think. Yui, have you been able to figure anything out about what's going on?
I have, Daddy. I noticed that the places where lots of enemy Arphasis units are gathering have something in common. It seems their spawn locations are concentrated around the devices that maintain the Glocken's non-combat zone.
That matches up with Kureha's information. They must be trying to get at those devices then.
I remember hearing there are several devices scattered around the city that are used to maintain the non-combat zone. But it'll be too hard to protect them all on our own. Fear not. There are players already out in the field who are engaging with the enemy Arphasis horde as we speak. However, from what I gather, things aren't going well for them. Everybody seems to think this is just an unusual surprise event and isn't taking it all that seriously. Some people even think it's an event that we're supposed to lose.
There are quite a few people just standing on the sidelines, seeing how things unfold too.
Well, if we don't get them to start carrying, it's only a matter of time before those devices get destroyed.
Though I doubt that it'd really be such a big deal.
You know, I've been thinking, Lievre's whole existence and these mass enemy Arphasis spawns are all a scripted part of the game, right? If that's the case, then that means this is a proper event that can actually be beaten. But aren't those enemy Arphasis units levels still way too high? Even if the event is supposed to be intended for high-level players. You're right. And the stakes for losing are way too high as well. If we lose, nobody's going to have a safe place to stay.
Could it be because we triggered some kind of event flag faster than whoever planned this was expecting?
An event flag? Was there even anything like that? I know Lievre is at the center of all this, but other than that...
Lievre has a master too. Oh yeah, that's right. Maybe the flag was triggered when that master first woke Lievre up. Like what happened with you and Ray, Kiryu. They could have cleared some high-level dungeon and activated Lievre a lot sooner than the admins were planning, or something like that.
When it comes to strength, GGO is just as much a game about player skills as it is about actual levels. If this player that activated Lievre has some real powerful skills, it wouldn't be entirely out of the question. Some really powerful player skills, huh? See none? Oh, it's nothing. Keep going. So, Lievre's the one controlling the enemy Arphasis units, and whoever's really behind all of this is probably its master, right? So I'm guessing if we manage to stop either one of them, it should clear the event. Lievre may be a Type Z, but it's still an Arphasis when you get down to it, which means there still might be a way to stop it. Zaliska, really? It's going to be a bit of a gamble, but I have an idea. Yui, is there any eyewitness information on Lievre? The latest information I have is that an Arphasis believed to be Lievre just entered a dungeon.
Why would it go into a dungeon now of all times?
I've got a bad feeling about this. Me too, but we've got no other choice than to confront it directly if we ever hope to stop it.
Alright, then while you're meeting up with Lievre, we'll stay here and try to buy you some time.
Thanks. Kiryu, you and Ray wouldn't mind coming with me as well, would you?
Not at all. We'd be glad to.
In that case, I think I'll try to hit up some of my friends. If I can get in touch with them, I should be able to bring in more help. Good idea. We need as many other players' help as possible. Yeah, everyone I know is really strong, so if we join forces, there's no way we're going down that easy. You really love GGO, don't you, Kareha? Of course I do! I feel really pumped now. Let's get out there and protect the city. Right, I'll contact some people I know as well.
Zaliska, Kiryu, would you mind taking Alice and Yujiro with you? They're incredibly strong, but they aren't used to how things work here yet. I'm not comfortable having them join us on the front lines, but I think they'll be a big help when you're headed.
Kirito?
You've got it, Kirito!
Very well. I shall do what I can to protect all of you. Are you sure you're going to be okay? It's not like our route's going to be remotely safe. I mean, I heard you two are still new here.
We can handle ourselves. After seeing how people fight here, I think I've picked up the basics.
As have I. Besides, as a knight and one who wields power, it is my sworn duty to protect the people. Okay, well, I'm glad to see you're motivated at least. I gotta say, Kiryu, these kids take their role-playing really seriously. Don't you think so?
That's part of their charm.
I guess so. They're definitely a unique pair.
Alright, we're going to head off now. See you all on the other side.
What are you going to do, Itsuki?
Honestly, I just can't get into this whole thing. It's like I said before, I really don't see what's the big deal.
But why? Things are going to get bad if we don't do something.
Sure, the non-combat zone is important, but even if those devices are destroyed, I doubt much harm will be done. Think about it. Without that zone, GGO's entire game balance would be ruined. The admins will intervene and change everything back to normal if that happens.
You might be right.
See? It doesn't take a rocket scientist to figure it out. GGO is just a game. Everything we do here is pretend. That's why I can't bring myself to take any of this seriously.
Fair enough. But it's not going to be as easy as you think for the developers to roll things back if the devices are destroyed.
What makes you say that?
The admins can manipulate data, but they can't change players' memories. If they have to do such a big rollback, it's going to take days before everything's restored. If we lose this fight, the damage will be done. People will remember it. It'll probably make at least some people quit the game for good. And if we lose too many good players, GGO is going to turn into a fundamentally different game for the remaining players. It doesn't take much for people to lose their sense of belonging. It's a delicate balance as it is.
Their sense of belonging, huh? Won't you come with us? I get what you're trying to say, I really do. But I can't. I just don't have it in me right now. Sorry.
Well, what's done is done. Let's get going, Kiryu.
Agreed.
Hey, Kiryu. Do you have a minute? Sorry to be blunt, but there's no time, so I'll get straight to the point. I have information on how to beat Lievre. Skipping over the fine details, the short of it is that I need you to help me gather data chips that can stop it. These data chips are found in machine enemies. The stronger the better. I'll select the targets, you take out half, I take out half.
Leave them to me!
Seriously? You mean it? Well, if you say so, sure. That's actually a huge help. You see, there are things I need to do besides gather data chips, so I'll leave this task to you. Take care.
All right. Well, oh boy. Well, it seems that things have taken a bit of a huge turn. Well, looks like things are starting to turn a little bit in our favor. So it's time to head to the... All right. Delta Squad forming up. We're forming up on you. That took care of him. Eliminate target. Take offensive formations. One hidden seeker down. It's still kicking. I think we need to hit this thing again. Alright, let's get to it, squad. Alright, let's pull back to Koreha. We're here, Zaliska.
You did everything I asked you to? Fantastic! I knew I could count on you. You're a real lifesaver, Kiryu. Thanks to you, we're all ready to go. Now let's hurry up and go stop Livre. Is what I want to say, but there's a problem. Yui filled me in on the details. It seems that the dungeon where Livre was spotted is sealed shut. I wonder if there's some sort of item we need to get in. So on that note, could you help me look into this?
Sure thing. All right.
Yo, Kiryu. Things went and got crazy, huh? You're heading to that new dungeon, the Lost Gate, right? How'd I know? I know everything. And since I'm omniscient, I know that you need 3 keys to get into the Lost Gate, too. Huh? Why aren't I fleecing you for that info? It's not like me? What are you going up about? We're partners, aren't we? Yeah, that's right. We're teaming up for this one. I give you info, you get me those keys, and I won't take no for an answer. Emergency quests like this one are here and gone before you can say wasted opportunity. That's why I need you to feed me info, chop chop. And woe is me, all I got so far is info on the first key, and it's fresh off the presses, so I don't know anything but the basics. That's where you come in. Get me that key, kiddo. Got it? While you're doing that, I'll find you info on key numero dos. If you're getting me the goods, I don't gotta waste time doing it myself, and I can focus on digging up info. Divide and conquer efficiency. Hurrah! It's a win-win situation for both of us, so what do you say? You in? It's a good deal and I won't make it twice. Then let's make a killing, partner, and as a bonus, I'll throw you juicy info once you got all the keys. So juicy, in fact, I just have to charge you for it. Let's say 30 mil? Hey, what's with the glare? Alright, I'll level with ya. I don't got all the data for it yet. And to be honest, I'm taking a lot of risks to get it. So 30 mil's a bargain. You got that? Let's save the haggling for another day. Right now, I need to get me those keys. Now go on, have a ball.
Alright. Hiya, Chels. Alright. Okay. Boom, 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 boop, boop. All right. Let's switch these around a bit. Yeah. The Remnant Wasteland, gotta go to the... Time to go for a little hunt. These guys never knew what hit them. Squad, let's go. Kora. Mata. Now we gotta find one of the Delta Par. Or in the Extinct Civilization Lab. Speaking of... Whoa. Oh, dang. Alright, let's head back to the Glocken and head over to Aegil's Appraisers. Because I'm pretty overloaded here. Yes. In Sword Art Online a Brit, Aegil goes by the name of Tiffany. Alrighty. And, yeah. Well, in case you may or may not remember from other sources, I might have to look up what's the best way to find the delta parts of Fatal Bullet. So just bear with me, folks. Yeah, bear with me. All right. Let's take out all the bad guys as best we can. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yep. Yeah. Ah, there we go. Made it! Ah. All right. Yeah, I knew I'd have to improvise a bit. Phew. Good Lord, man. Hey, Argo.
Oh, nice! You found it! This is it, right? Looks like a key to me, at least. Thanks. I knew I could count on you. Your finding this means I can trust my source, too. And would you look at that? I've just managed to get my mitts and info about the second key's location. So go get it. Oh, yeah, that juicy info I was telling you about? The one I'm selling for 30 mil? I've got buyers lined up around the block. So if you aren't interested, I'll just have to sell it off to you to the highest bidder. If you aren't careful, this golden opportunity will pass you by.
Oh, Argo. All right, off to the lighthouse we go. And, while on the subject, I do want to bring up a very controversial topic. By saying Babylon 5 is my favorite sci-fi show. No, wait. That's not controversy. Yeah. All right. A frock helmet. No. But seriously, Yu-Gi-Oh, quit nagging Alice. Got him. Another potassium. Yeah. And, yep. Bingo! Alright, back to Argo we go. Yeah, first key was tough to get, but hey, we managed to reach it.
Hey, you found key number 2. It looks like the first one. So this has to be it. I love this Miss Praise you got going on. In fact, I could practically kiss you. Anyway, you want to know what the last key is, right?
Yeah.
Oh, and I've got a solid lead on that 30 mil info. After you get that third key, let's talk biz. Make sure you bring a heap load of credits.
Okay. Well, we're going to see. Well, it looks like we're going to find the final piece of the puzzle in Subway B, so let's head to the Old South, go to Subway B. All right. Yeah, we are almost there. Also, like it or not, I really do like how Kirito chews out Kayaba when he shouts. When he tells him to prepare the field of wrath of a pissed off nerd with administration privileges. Because hey. Kirito doesn't like it when Kayaba messes with his friends and family. Also, funnily enough, and in the most unironic of sense, and in a sense that's very ironic, Asuna reveals a very mischievous side of herself that none of us ever truly expected at all. Well, she deletes. Yeah, she actually manages to prove herself capable. She actually does something that none of us expected. She actually dismantles his plans of being transformed into that weasel's puppet. And I do like that about the abridged Asuna. She's clever, she's cunning, also quite crafty. Going up. Nice. And haha, there's the final chest. Let's open it up. We have the subway. We have the last subway part, so let's head on back to Argo. Yes. Here you go, Argo.
You found the last key? Great, good work. Now we got all three. With these in hand, you should be able to unlock that pesky dungeon. I got no idea what's inside myself. Try not to die, okay?
I won't.
And about that 30 mil info? Yeah, I can spot someone who can't peel a mile away. Not surprised. It was a limited time offer. And you were too busy looking for keys to stock up on cash. Sorry I even brought it up. Besides, you can handle yourself. Even without it, I'm sure you won't die. Probably. Anyway, thanks for all the help. Let's do business again sometime.
Sure.
Hi! Argo told me everything. That's amazing that you were able to unlock the Lost Gate. Let's pay Lievre a visit.
All right. And just like that, we can finally meet up with Lievre. So, let's take Zaliska with us and head on down to the Lost Gate. Oh yeah. Now we're ready.
Zaliska, how are we going to stop Lievre? Well, ideally, it'd be nice if we could talk it out.
Right. Talking it out would be preferable to having to just suddenly start fighting.
However, if we are unable to negotiate, we will need to act immediately. You're certainly brave, Alice, and what you say is true. But for now, I wanted to try talking to it first and go from there. Are you planning something? You'll see soon enough.
Let's get to it, squad. Alright, we are now in the Lost Gate dungeon. Which means I can finally, just finally, activate Len's request. In this dungeon, it's filled with tough guys. but we can handle them. Sorry, Clanker, not this time. And there's the Yamikaze replica. SPP Night Sky Mark III. Sweet. And there's a shady delinquent. A retro cap. Cool. Stay down, clankers! Alright. Another retro cap. And there's a shady delinquent. Good. Yeah. Another blocker crystal down. Yeah, there are plenty more bad guys for us to deal with. Thank you, Zaliska. Now we gotta climb these stairs in order to reach the top. Here I come. A night beret. That is interesting. Nice. We're getting closer. This door is sealed. To remove the seal, you will need 5 different passcodes. 4 codes have been detected in the north, south, east, and west areas of the Old South, but the exact location of the other code is unknown. Alrighty. Holy moly. Yeah. Gotta be brutally honest. This is kind of a difficult dungeon, but it's pretty challenging. Luckily, though, Kiryu is different from another character who's a true master thief and an artist, Garrett. And ooh, almost forgot. My order is here, so be back in a moment. All right, and I'm back. Yeah. Nice. Yeah. Sweet. All right, got a force. Yamikaze replica obliterated. All right. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, not to discredit Todd Habercorn, but though he does make Sugo sound truly despicable. I really wanted to stay faithful to his interpretation of the big of Goxus. Also, just to clarify, if Goxus did make more replicas of himself, and thanks to the stolen records of the replica program, let's just say that Kirito would be worse than angry. Because him wanting revenge on Sugo... Because, let's be honest, Sugo actually breaking out of jail again in order to get revenge on Kirito? That'll be way too screwed up. Again, same with the Shinkawa brothers. If they ever broke out of jail to get revenge on Kirito, then our boy would most certainly have to take care of them personally. Just see them to just have them sent to the nearest asylum for immediate mental reconditioning. All down. Ooh boy. Yep. Yeah. Now I need to find 5 passcodes. So let's turn over to Gamer Turk. All right. Okay, passcode to the east. imperative you have a good sense of direction. All right. Okay. One down. One passcode down. Just 4 more to go. So, back to the Old South OS 753. All right. Yeah, don't want to make Kiryu be an anti-hero. Make sure he's nothing too much like Garrett. Speaking of, Thief the Dark Project is making a triumphant comeback in a remastered form. And Kaylee Mills is I also have some high hopes for the new Sword Art Online movie. And who knows? I sincerely hope most of the English voice cast reprise the characters they voiced. And the Bunny Girl Senpai series, which of course stars Erica Mendez and Stephen Few. Nice. Nice. The Kiryu star chart. Fiber strengthener. Nice. Nope. Okay. More facsimile Punishers. Yep.
Even though 90s Ray would... Even though the Sailor Mars of the 90s series would be kind of put off by Sora, by how similar Usagi and Sora are. Koryu star chart. Good. Now for the South Star chart. Sorry, Mechagressor, not this time. And more players. Got him. Lock and load, Deltas. Delta Squad forming up. Yep. The best way I could describe an episode of Babylon 5 in my own words. Like, we get to see what's going on with the worker crew, with the people that are keeping the station running, as well as making sure that everything's going okay. It was a nice touch. Also, that one episode in Season 5 where we get some focus on the Psi Corps, which of course featured Walter Koenig playing the part of the wicked Alfred Bester. Yeah, that guy always seemed to rub me in the wrong direction. Nice. Now, River of Souls, one of the many Babylon 5 movies. We actually managed to get a chance to see we finally see Captain Elizabeth Lockley just finally flex her muscles without Sheridan and hovering over her shoulder. But the one thing that really surprised me was the fact that, dare I say, Ian McShane, pre-Deadwood, was seeing a pre-Deadwood Ian McShane.
Yeah, can you believe it? Ian McShane in Babylon 5. And of course, there was Michael Sheen, a very, very respectable actor. And his performance as the Soul Hunter was pretty exceptional. What more can I say beyond that? Also, seeing Jerry Doyle's Michael Garibaldi in a supporting role in the TV movie, The River of Souls. It's fairly obvious that despite his resignation, and the fact that Besser turned him into his puppet, which royally irked me. I can say this. I do know how to impersonate Bruce Boxleitner as Sheridan. Captain John Sheridan. Although most people will still remember him as Tron. And now we can finally continue on our search for the Libre. As well as systematically dismantle her army of clunkers. Yeah. Bye-bye. Ellie. Yep. Alright, good show, Yu-Gi-Oh! Nice. I do have a lot of respect for both Jill Harris as well as Dallas Reed, even though I will respectfully say they decided it was best to split up. And I will never... And there is no way in heck I'm going to misjudge them. Both of these guys. I mean, in one of her Jill's streams, I wished her and Dallas the best, while also calling... Because, hey, even some non-binary folk, they don't mind if you refer to them as guys. They're actually okay with people... Some people saying guys. And there's the Abyss Guide. Whoa! Yeah, this is one tough trucker. Alright, come here, you. Come on, come on. Yeah, he is a tough trucker. All right. Now we can get to finding more of those switches. Here's number 2. And here's number 3. And finally, number 4. Let's see, where's number 5? Here's number 5. I'd like to think that when you're working in a TV show or movie that's actually live action, not animated, you gotta have plenty of chemistry with the other actors, even if you do dislike them. Zoop. And there's the ruthless angel. So, let's take him down. Now the Laughing Coffin operatives, I feel like Ren would probably go undercover. Or just... Yes, he would choose to join their ranks, but he would actually be against the idea of filleting all the other players. Nice. You weren't prepared for that, were you? Woo. There's the teleportation gate. All right. And, yeah, with Final Fantasy VII Revelation, this game development going on, I do have high hopes that this game will be amazing. Almost there. All right. All right. Yeah. sweet. Whew! What a rush! Yes! And, well, I think before we proceed to the... to the boss battle, I gotta relieve myself of some of this excess weight. And hey, we've leveled up some more! All right. Now I know Sora likes my goofy voice. Just gotta do what Bill Farmer did. Because I can't impersonate the original Goofy. That's a good prime dip. An MEBR custom. Impact Wind. A Lupus Peacock 3. Beetlejuice 2. SPB Night Sky Mark III, HBST3 Shigure, a Retro Cap, a Peacock, the Hood, a Goliath, a Force, a Sirius 3, another Force, Robust Mark III, and the Masamune G4. So yeah, we're on a huge roll. All right. Now to finally level Kiryu up a bit more. And it's back to the Lost Gate depths.
Libre! Oh no, you found me! What am I going to do? There, you happy I played along? Are you making fun of us? Of course I am. You're all so stupid, each and every one of you. Hello there. You're a pretty smooth talker for an Arthasist, aren't you? Well, if it isn't the uncrowned queen herself. I should thank you for all your help earlier. Earlier? I don't recall ever meeting you before. I'm referring to the enemy Arthasist you fought. You encountered one that was identical to your past self, didn't you? Veteran players like you are so strong. Having you beat the living daylights out of that thing helped a lot with my research. You made an imposter of her? Why would you do something like that? Why else? So I could produce even more advanced Arthasist units. All of this, merely to destroy the Glocken. I realize that you are working under someone else's orders, but I cannot approve of your actions. Fine with me. I don't recall asking for your approval anyway. But if we're done talking, it's time to slaughter every one of you! Daisy, now! Yes, Master. Decompressing data. Commencing attack. Daisy? What does that flimsy Type X think it's doing? What? My body! I can't control it! Zeliska, what's happening? Daisy's not a fighter, but I've made sure she more than makes up for it with her analytical and computer power. Arthasist units may be highly advanced AIs, but they still have their limits in terms of sheer processing speed. Force feed them a large enough of volume of data, and eventually they'll freeze up. So you're trying to overload me and make me crash! I'm an Arthasist Type Z. I'm a special Arthasist! Everyone, hurry! You have no time to lose. Limiter disabled. This is bad. Oh no! Ah, well, isn't that a shame? If I had just a little more time, I could have ripped that old Type X to pieces. Daisy? Do not worry about me. Master, Li-Ray's processing speed exceeds the regulated parameters. My access rights were just revoked as it attempted to overflow me with data. But how is that even possible? There should be no significant difference in processing speeds between the two of us. I'll tell you how. It's simple. I disabled the limiter on my processing speed. What? Arphasis units are not authorized to do that. Oh, I assure you, I'm most definitely authorized. Unlike you type X's, I've been given permission to do all sorts of things. That limiter is in place for every Arphasis unit's safety. You could seriously hurt yourself by disabling it. Is your master aware that you are capable of this? Of course. He's the one who said this power I have is special in the first place. It's exactly what makes me as special as an Arphasis. That's why you're being so reckless? Because you're special? And your master's okay with this? Of course. I can handle it because I'm special. Besides, should you be more worried about yourselves right now? I found some enemies here earlier that were slacking off, so I decided to make them my pets. But this one is so weak you can have it. Everyone, I have bad news! A little while ago,
Got it. Hang in there, Yui.
the real battle has only just begun. I'm worried about Koreha and the others. Let's head back. Let's hurry back to the SBC Glocken. We'll have to be sure to really prepare ourselves for battle once we get back to the SBC Glocken. I'll be in the governor's lobby, so just tell me when you're ready to go. We can go together. Hey there, Kiryu. Are you as strong as they say you are? Oh, sorry, that came out of nowhere, didn't it? The thing is, Kirito told me a lot about you. And, well, I heard about this unique enemy that suddenly mutated. I'm not sure if it's okay to ask this of you, but if you don't mind, can I watch you battle this monster? I'm sure it'll be a dangerous opponent, but if you do this for me, I'd really appreciate it. Good day to you, Kiryu. Do you have business with me? If that is so, I must apologize. I have a duty I must fulfill. I have heard that an enemy closely resembling a boss has just appeared by the Lost Gate. Yeesh. I'm ready. It's not your fault, Daisy. You have nothing to be ashamed of. Lever managed to disable its processing limiter. If it keeps using its powers to full throttle like that, it might not last much longer. Then does that mean if we can just wait it out, the Glocken will be okay? No, I think the non-combat zone will break down before Livre does. Greja, how is the situation here? Not great. We're holding them off for now, but it might just be a matter of time before they overwhelm us. I've reached out to a lot of players, but not all of them are here yet. So basically we're short on manpower. Have you heard from Itsuki at all? No. Sorry. I'm guessing that means he didn't go with you guys then? I tried contacting him, but no luck. If he isn't responding even to you, Kiryu, then I think we're out of luck. Oh, hey, somebody's calling me.
Hey, are we getting any reinforcements or what? I could really use a break after all this fighting.
Oh, quit your whining. But Klein's right. Things are starting to look pretty grim over here. We're all fighting as hard as we can, but they just keep coming. You take one of them down and another one replaces it. Wait, what's that over there? Huh? Hello? Lifa? Come in, Lifa. The signal's been cut off. That can't be good. What's that sound? Look over there!
Oh, hell. Oh, hell. Oh, hell.
Hey, guys. Long time no see. What's that? I can't hear you. Let's try one more time. I said, hey, guys. Libre! What's that huge machine? I've never seen anything like it. You like it? It's so cute. I just had to make it another for one of my adorable pets. Wait, is that why you were in that dungeon earlier? Bingo, that's right. I certainly wasn't in there to go on a casual stroll or hang out with you guys. You can't bring a boss with you. I don't think that's fair. What? Who said anything about fighting fair? I'm a Type Z, an arthasist with superior rights and privileges. It's only natural that I should be able to control other machines that once came from the Flugel. Of course, this isn't the only pet I brought along. I'm in a generous mood, so I placed some elsewhere as well. And let me tell you, the one you fought back in that dungeon is nothing compared to the ones you're up against now. Anyway, that's enough from me. Good luck, everyone. Enemy reinforcements are approaching. Please be careful, Master. Kiryu, I need your help. We can't let those things get into the city no matter what.
You've got it.
This is easily the most serious battle we've ever fought. But let's give it all we've got, Master.
In defensive battles, you'll be pitted against bosses as they make their way towards the SBC Glocken's non-combat zone generation devices. If a boss makes it to a device, the device will be destroyed, meaning that it's up to you to do whatever it takes to stop the bosses from reaching their targets. Under most circumstances, the boss behemoth will perpetually keep advancing forward. However, if you deal enough damage to weak points located at the base of their bodies, they'll go down for a set period of time. In the middle of the map, you'll find a unit summoning gauge, which can be used to summon defensive units that will fight alongside you. These defensive units are incredibly strong, so don't hesitate to make use of them. This is a unit summoning gauge. Pushing the switch will allow you to summon a defensive unit that will come to your aid in battle. However, defensive units don't last forever. Once their HP reaches 0 or a certain amount of time passes, they'll disappear. You will need to fill the summon gauge on the upper left corner of the screen to summon a defensive unit. The summon gauge will fill by performing certain actions during battle. Be aware, though, that once you summon a defensive unit, your summon gauge will reset. You can summon higher-ranking defensive units by filling the summon gauge. The higher a unit's rank, the stronger it will be, so make sure to fill up your summon gauge. Alright. And just like that, we have defeated the behemoth.
How? How were you able to stop them? Did I lose? This must be some sort of joke. I'm supposed to be special. Now! Kureha, wait! Just kidding. Aw, you didn't fall for my ruse this time. That's lame. I guess you learned from the last fight. Well, you know how this goes, right? Limiter disabled.
Oh, hell.
What? How's the battle going over there? Not well. Enemy resistance remains fierce due to Livre's power. What about you? I'm sorry, but we're almost at our breaking point. A massive wave of enemies just showed up. I don't know how much longer we can take this. Master, what are we going to do?
We'll never give up! True. You never have been one to throw in the towel.
Itsuki!
Hey, sorry about the wait. Looks like you've still got your hands full with all these enemies.
You came? Itsuki, was it? Thanks for coming.
We could use all the help we can get. Nah, don't read too much into it. I just changed my mind, that's all.
Guys, you're not going to believe this. Everyone from Alfred just showed up.
Hell yeah! About time we got some reinforcements. Thanks, Itsuki. Now it's my turn to show off.
Hey, you aren't going anywhere yet. I'm not done repairing your weapon. Transmissions are coming in from the other positions. A steady stream of players seems to be arriving to help.
Is this what you kids are fighting to defend the city?
We heard GGO was in serious danger and came running. Need us to lend a hand?
You kids have got nothing to fear now that I'm here. Hey, why are you looking at me like that?
I don't plan on losing. Wild animals are meant to be put down. Hey there! Looks like you guys are having a pretty fun time. Mind if we join in? Who are we killing today? Pito, tone it down a little. Anyway, we're here to help. Will you mind if we join you? Wowzers! Look at the size of that one. Talk about awesome. Fights like this make me feel so alive. I'm just itching to get this party started.
Fuka, make sure not to blow up your allies.
Alright, Len, look alive. We're going to blow every last one of these bastards to bits. Got it? You got it, Pito. Amazing. You all actually came to help. Oh, look at you. All happy and excited to be together. You sure called in the cavalry, didn't you? Ugh, seriously lame. Whatever, I saw it coming a million miles away. You couldn't be more predictable right now if you tried.
We will stop you. You can count on it.
I'm not even going to bother responding. It's the same old boring back and forth. You all think you're so special for being able to come together like this, don't you? Well, I'll show you what's really special right here, right now. No, you can't! All limiters fully disabled.
Oh, hell.
Vivre, stop! If your power output gets any higher, you're going to completely destroy your own AI. So, even if this does break me, isn't that what you want? To get me out of the picture? No! We don't want you to— I swore to my master that I would fulfill my mission, and that's exactly what I plan to do. It's special. Only I can do it. Vivre, no! Looks like we have no choice but to stop it by force. I'm going to need your help, Kiryu. We have to stop it before it hurts itself and everyone else.
In this battle, you will be the last line of defense for the SPC Glocken. Be sure to make sufficient preparations with your party members before fighting. Here we go. All right. Hello? Okay. Sorry about that, folks, but I think something else just come up. So I'm gonna have to cut the stream here. Ladies and gentlemen, this is Kenton Barks. I've gotta help my dad. Farewell until we meet again. And as always, my dear viewers, remember, your hearts will be your guiding key. Always.